Joining me now is Pasadena Fire Chief Chad Augustin. Chief, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. You know, we're talking about these winds again picking up. How concerned are you? You know, there's this latest forecast, these red flag wind warnings through at least noon tomorrow.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me. Yeah, so many of our community want this event to be done and start focusing on the recovery, but we are still in the fight. We're very concerned about these winds for the next about 30 hours, but there's lots of contingency plans, and that's really what I'm thankful for. We are focusing crews on very high priority locations, and that's JPL and Mount Wilson for their infrastructure. We have contingency plans, multiple strike teams that are hardening our containment lines. And we're prepared for the gusty winds and that are coming at us.
So what is the situation, Chief, right now there in Pasadena?
Yeah, Pasadena is kind of the tale of two different areas. This fire ripped through Pasadena so quickly in those first 12 hours. Right now, Pasadena is the hub where our incident management team, all of our incident command posts is at the Rose Bowl, lots of logistics. But the majority of Pasadena is outside of our mandatory evacuation orders. We do not have a curfew, and we're really getting, we're down to double digits of residents that are without power, and over 90% of our impacted residents that were on a do not drink tap water order that's been lifted as of yesterday. But we our borders are so close, and so with a change in wind directions, it could really impact our community. So our message is stay alert, be ready to evacuate if needed.
You know, and how are these strong winds impacting, you know, the way crews are approaching the fight? Because they are so strong, you know, and these embers really could just be lifted up and carried almost anywhere.
Yes, you're exactly right. The difference is, you know, in the first hours of the fire, we had dozens and dozens of fire crews. Now we have over 3,200 fire crews. And so it really allows us a much better level of reinforcements to contain this fire and be prepared for ember casts should those winds kick up.
And I know you said that, you know, most people there in Pasadena are not having to deal with the evacuation orders, at least not at this point. But again, we know things can change. They can change quickly. How important is it for people to heed those orders if they do, in fact, come?
I cannot stress the importance of heeding those orders, right? We may not have a lot of advance notice, and so we continue to tell our residents, be prepared to evacuate at a moment's notice. This fire is not over.
And so we know, Chief, the heat, there's the exhaustion, there's the air quality. How are the crews keeping themselves safe as they continue this fight?
Yeah, right. For the first few days, we didn't have enough reinforcements. And so crews were working really uninterrupted for 24, 48, 72 hours. Now with over 3,200 firefighters, we're on a much better work rest cycle of 24 hours on, 24 hours off. And so they can rest and recover because there's still a tremendous amount of work to be done. But those, even on their 24 hours off, there's not a lot of recovery because they still are available at a moment's notice if the need be for them to go right back into service to protect our communities.
Yeah, and doing such important, vital work there. Chief, with everything you know, all of your experience, and then also knowing that these winds are changing, Mother Nature is impacting so much of this. At what point, when do you think these fires will be under control?
Yeah, that's really the million-dollar question, right? I expect if we get past tomorrow adequately, we're going to continue to see our containment levels increase. We're currently at 35% of containment of this fire, right? But we're going to be in threat of fire conditions until we get rain, and there's no foreseeable rain on the forecast. And then as soon as we get out of the fire conditions and we get rain, we're going to be preparing for mud and debris flow. So I anticipate that this is going to be a long winter for our first responders.
Absolutely. Pasadena Fire Chief Chad Augustin, you guys are doing great work. It's certainly so appreciated. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.